Hello, Mr. Francis. How are you doing today?
Doing good, Miss Jessica.
Well, I had a nice little presentation I wanted to just go ahead and present you with because I think we've got you pretty well squared away on your website. Um, let's see, I just want to let you know the other people that helped me with this. I know you probably talked to the project lead, Clinton, and he's also did some graphic designing for us. And then Thomas Nielsen, he pretty much, hooked us up with all the setups and how to do things and what we should be doing and things like that. So, and then right now, what we did was we had to change the target audience. We had started out at 18 in the beginning, but we decided that for your type of restaurant and price range, that we would need to, cater to the 35 and over. And this led to some ease of use changes. For instance, we used a large, easy, ready menu and some simple booking, both mobile and the desktop. So it's really easy for any older person to read or navigate. So this right here, we started with that blue initially on the website, and we went with this orange. But we did go ahead and put it on the back end for you so you can use it for whatever you want. And then we had started with all these possibilities for colors, and we ended up with these over here behind me. And just stop me if you have any questions or whatever along the way.
Okay.
And this right here was what we did with our fonts. As you can see, it kind of just goes, as it changes as it gets smaller. And Astra was the theme for the website that we chose to use because it was just very easy. And then what you wanted was to have a responsive and easy site, the menu breakdown and the media not being too overbearing. And I think we might have accomplished that for you. This right here is
Okay.
your navigation, and it turns orange whenever you're, on the page that you're on. This right here on the media, these are, two examples of the backgrounds on the pages, and they're just a little faded out. Right here, we did some instant mess and some free images just to kind of spruce up some extra food.
And I can
Look,
change that out whenever I want with my own images.
yes, sir, you sure can. And you can even choose from some of those images using that plugin if you want to, if you ever, decide to just change it up sometimes. So, and then right here, you would ask for, call to action to be very important. And so we, the reservations were what basically the website was for you. And we have 15 call to action to reserve a table all throughout the site. Somehow there's 15 different ways to get to a reservation. So you can get to the menu on the home page and then on the about page. And then, of course, always at the top of your navigation. And then we also put and apply today. We found a application. We thought we'd surprise you with it. And you can actually manage that from the back end of WordPress. So if someone wants to apply for a job, they can do that. And then we send the contact page. I don't know what I meant by that. Sorry. The expectations menu. This is what we had started with, but it was a little harder to work with. And, we didn't want you to always have to have the dish since you change your menu a lot. So we ended up going with something like this, which is very easy to change and copy to where you could have 4 menus and just have one, published if you'd like. And your manager can change it just very very easily. As you can see on this page, when you go over here, you can see where they just click on it and change it using this Elementor plugin. So it's just very simple. You wanted some testimonials, so he put some in there for you. And then the page format. And initially, this is what Mr. Thomas and Clinton came up with, what they wanted. And what we did was we had put a little video media in there. When you come to the home page, if you're on a mobile device, it won't do the video, it'll just be the real pretty picture. And then the slideshow we have on there is just through the 3 food dishes, just kind of rotating, and you can change those anytime you want to.
And that still picture from the earlier one, I could replace the video with that if I really wanted to. If I
Yes,
wanted to go
sir.
back.
Yeah, you could replace the video. And the video links to a YouTube account, and I'll explain that to you, later once we get your manager going. With this 5 restaurant star, this is for your reservations. This was a free plugin, and it's very nice because you can actually manage it on the back end of WordPress, and they just go on there and they just fill it out. They can even change their booking if they want to make changes to it. And then if anybody wants to contact you or give you any feedback, we did use this initially, this WP Forms, but unfortunately, this will not work on the back end of WordPress unless you pay extra for it. So we'll probably go ahead and just change this contact form over to the Everest, like the application, so you can actually manage it on the WordPress itself, like your reservations or
That
whatever.
would be useful, cutting costs.
Yes, exactly. I wanted to show you this because this is the actual builder. This is the what's it called? This is what you would use to edit anything that you do. This is the plugin we used. It's free, and like as you can see, there's like 5+ million people that use it right now actively. So it must be pretty good. So hopefully that'll make it really easy for your managers. And then basically we did a good responsive design with easy to read fonts, simple navigation. We put a map and directions in there for you that's linked to Google Maps. The reviews are easy to find. You can book a reservation, apply for a job, and send a contact form. And then, like I said, we'll update that other contact form for you. And then also, I just wanted to kind of show you, these are the messages that it shows someone when they apply for a job or when they send a contact form. And that can be changed to whatever you want it to be.
Okay. Looks
And
all
then
good.
right here, this is what it looks like on the back end when you go to do your bookings. You'll go here.
You can call them or email them if there's another problem.
Yes, exactly. And
If
they
they
have
give
all
me
the
that information in the first
they
place,
have
but
to fill out all that information. They have to give you their phone number, they have to give you the email address, or it won't take the reservation at all. And then this is what the application looks like when you get it from somebody. You're able to manage it, like I said, on WordPress, but this is what it looks like when you actually view the application they fill out. And that's about all, sir. So what do you
right.
think?
I think it looks good.
Okay, well, why don't you pull up the site and we'll go over whatever questions or anything you might have for me.
Okay. Tell me when you can see it.
Yes, I see it. Great.
All right. So now the video itself, this is an odd question. I know it skips. Is that just something I could fix, or do I need to find a better loop for that?
When it like this right here, I'm not
Yes.
really sure. Um, I mean,
So I want
it
to see
goes
it.
directly to YouTube,
All right.
but I'm not sure. Sorry.
Okay. So something I can maybe search
Well,
up.
you might be able to do something better, but it always costs more, anytime you want to do a little more, it seems like. But
Right.
this is your basic site where everything is just absolutely free at this point, except for your domain name every year.
Okay.
So this is just the cost you only paid for us to get this up and running. And then you're gonna pay us a fee to train your managers how to use it. And then you're kind of on your own. And then if you want extra, or if you want to say, if you have a POS system that does reservations and you want it to be, linked to that, they'll have a plugin, and we can always come back at a later time and help you with that if you decide on something like that.
Okay. An integrated menu. So is this our star items?
Yes, sir. Those are just just some of the good pictures you gave us, and the ones that sounded really yummy to me. So but you can always change those as well. But I just wanted to give somebody an idea when they first get there, what it's all about.
Well, and you weren't joking about the reservations. There's 4 of them on the front, or 5 here. Didn't really hold out on that.
Nope.
Okay.
And that's the slideshow. And like I said, you can update that real easy and just put whatever pictures in the slides by dragging and dropping.
Free Wi-Fi. Everyone loves some good free Wi-Fi. I mean, that's our day and age.
And of course, we didn't know what number you were wanting to put on here. So we just put a regular number. But whenever you plug whatever numbers you're wanting in there, then it'll be just a link. And then if they're mobile, they can click on it and it'll, ring them right there.
So how good are you guys at cooking? To see you put you guys out. You guys have put yourselves down as chefs.
Yes, we didn't know the name of the chefs. Just a couple things. But that'll
So
be
I
a
have
part of the training. That'll be a
I,
part of training your managers. They can tell us those little things whenever we're training
I just had a point. Just had a web developers knowing how to cook.
them. Yeah, I'll show them how to do the back end and they can show me how to cook.
Fair trade, I say.
Yes.
And with the emulator, if I want to align these 2 menu lines, I can move them down and align them if I want.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay, that's something I'm probably gonna
And
do.
I don't know. I can adjust that too. They must have got out of whack a little bit.
Could be my screen.
See, it's kind of like it's right on top of that. I don't know. Maybe it just didn't. Maybe it did it on its own.
All right.
But I really did think that it was a line like that, so I'll make sure it is.
Just out of like formality, you would want your your heading lines to be online, but I mean, I looked on my phone and it looked lined up, so maybe this resolution of my screen could be causing that.
Yeah, no, it probably it looks a little bit off to me. It's definitely off. Because the prices should be lined up. So
Okay.
somehow that got out of whack.
Well, I mean, it's still in development, so this
Yeah.
thing is not a finished product.
And this is your contact screen and your map.
And the reservations. So I'm going to put a hypothetical date in and see if we how it works.
Okay. There it is. Says the Expensziv has received your reservation request.
Okay. And just say fill it out just like normal.
The email's required. Yeah. There you go. So, Mr. Francis, this is where you go to bookings right here on the dashboard. You'll go to bookings and then come down here and it'll see where you did the reservation. And you go here to edit, and then you can change it if you're good to confirm it. And there you go. I'm sorry. It is Everest Forms entries. And then you see the one you did right here.
Mm-hmm.
And there you go. And you view it. And there it is. Isn't that nice? And
It
then
is.
you can email them directly right here as well. But like I said, if you wanted them to upload, that's like they charge extra for that. And unfortunately, that's all. So what do you think? Do you like it?
Yeah, I think it's gonna do pretty good.
Okay, well, the only thing that I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna go ahead and change that contact form and change those couple of buttons and maybe do the bold on the application.
We can get that menu lined up better.
Yes, sir. The menu lined up. I will surely do that. Well, thank you for meeting with me today.
Thank you, and you were wonderful to talk to.
Okay, well, we look forward to working with you.
Yes, ma'am.
Bye bye.